Here's the truth. Around 2,500 sudden deaths occur every day in the United States. 58% of Americans and Canadians die without a will, and 70% of women will outlive their partners. If any of this has given you one of those holy crap moments and you've realized that you, your partner, or your family don't have a clue what to do should something happen to you or someone else in your family, then stay with me to the end of this video for your solution. Hi, my name is Sue Ferreira. I'm the founder of Wisdom to Wealth Mastery, where I show you how to take your wisdom to the world with video and all the other cutting-edge web tools so you can grow your influence, your impact, and your income and become known, liked, and trusted. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to learn more about how to take your message to a wide audience. Click the subscribe button below and then click the little bell icon to receive a message each time I upload a new video. In a previous video, Financial Peace for Your Family, Life Goes On Roadmap, and the link to that video is in the description below, I talked about Nancy and Steve Jutten's Life Goes On Roadmap, which in a fun way allows you to organize all the valuable information that you, your partner, or your family will need should anything unexpectedly happen. As a financial planner, Steve Juetten has heard and dealt with many sad stories where exactly this, after a tragedy in a family, the partner or family member has to deal with not only their grief, but also the realization they have no clue about their finances, they don't know where to find the keys to the lockbox, they don't know where their passwords are, etc. So in response to these sad stories, and knowing that really it only took a little bit of forethought, a little bit of planning to basically head this off at the pass, Nancy and Steve created the Life Goes On Roadmap. And conveniently, they did it just at the time I was redoing my wills, my power of attorney, my end-of-life directives, and everything else. I am so excited by this program. It's just what I needed. So I invested in their program, which comes in a physical form like this, or a digital format online, and it also has a nice little thumb drive where you can store all the information as well. And I'm currently in the middle of filling out all my details. Filling out all the details in your Life Goes On roadmap is great, but it's really only phase one of the process, because you have to make sure that the rest of the family knows where to find your Life Goes On roadmap and knows all the other details, you know, about your will and who's going to hold the power of attorneys, etc. So in my previous video, I said I would make a follow-up video about having the talk with my kids. So here we go. Last week, my two daughters, two of my three children, came for a visit. So it was talk time. Now, my offspring are now in their mid-30s, and as I'm in my 70s, then they are more accepting of the idea that one day I won't be here. I tried this conversation when they were much younger, and then the response was, I don't want to think about your dying, Mum, and we didn't get very far. Now they are much more accepting, and we had a really good conversation. As I'm divorced, my kids will be my beneficiaries, and one of the issues we needed to deal with was who would be the executor, hold the power of attorney, and make the decisions about my end-of-life directively. Sadly, my previous co-executor had recently died, which was why I was reorganizing everything. So everything needed a rethink. And, you know, life changes, our kids' lives change, so you really need to review this situation every few years. Several factors need to be considered, such as family dynamics. Now, we all know that deaths and wills can break a family apart, regardless of, you know, how good the intentions were when the will was made. Also, who is most likely to be around to take control and care of everything should anything happen? You know, who is going to be your first responder? And where is your home located? And where is the home of your kids located? Will this influence your decisions? Now, I also didn't want one of my kids to feel they were being dumped with all the responsibilities and the others to feel that they weren't worthy of the responsibility or they were being left out of helping if the need arose. Now, until a couple of months ago, all three kids of mine lived in different countries. I had one in Europe, one in the United States, and one in Canada, but in a different province in Canada, which, like the states in the USA, the provinces in Canada have their own jurisdictions, and wills, etc., are not necessarily valid from one province to the next. This can make the crafting of wills, power of attorney, and the end-of-life directives a little more complicated. However, My older daughter moved back from Europe to Canada earlier this year, and conveniently she now lives in a town not far away in the same province, which has made my planning much simpler. And thankfully, she is able and willing to assume the first responder role. It is preferable to have the talk with all of your kids so they understand your thoughts, they talk about it, you get to know how each of them thinks and feels about the decisions you are all making. But getting even 2 of my 3 kids together is an achievement. We talked about who would have what responsibility, and I showed them the Life Goes On roadmap. Plus, most importantly, I showed them where all the information, the Life Goes On roadmap folder, the thumb drive, etc. will be stored, and where they will find the master password to access all my other passwords in my password app. I think we're done for now, and everyone is happy with their roles. Now I must remember to update my information on a regular basis, so I've added a 6-month reminder to my Google Calendar. If you like this video, hit the like button below and please share this video with your friends and family because the chances are they need this information too. Leave a comment and a question below and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Is it time for you to have the talk? If so, the link to the Life Goes On roadmap is in the description below. Bye for now, and I'll see you in my next video.